It's the Deckbuilding MTG Show.
Remotely close. Intangible Virtue. There's been tokens in this format. Combines with its Griffinary. Every single pool I've had has had Griffinary so far. Maybe I'm underplaying Griffinary. Maybe it's nuts. With all the food production. Maybe I should have been splashing for it in my last deck. Just spit out a bunch of 2/2s. I think I have been underestimating this card. And this Archon seems like a bomb with all the roll effects. This thing draws a card. That's good. Were there any rolls in here? Yeah. Yeah, so these things would all be like 5/5 flyers. Exactly, Mark Chalice, exactly. Yeah, the Sentry feels pretty nutty. Having just lost to it. I really like the art on Archive Dragon. Like, I like the subject matter, and then I think Tyler crushed it. I've talked to Tyler Walpole a few different times. Once was at a Gen Con many years ago, and I bought like a bunch of prints from him, and I've got them up on my walls and stuff. They're awesome. Great fantasy artist who's covered a lot of sweet stuff. And then the other time was just last year, almost exactly a year ago, and I was getting some artist proofs from him and having him sketch on the cards and stuff. And he recognized me because he'd been watching me stream Vintage Cube. So that's kind of fun. I think it was the first time a Magic artist had recognized me. And I collect artist proofs pretty actively, so I've interacted with a lot of them. They're arting. They don't have time to watch Magic streams. Yeah, I don't think Gatekeeper's that bad. Early game tempo, and then you have a 6/5. There's that Vermin card I keep losing to. I don't think the rat production is quite here, though. There's some solid cards here, but I don't think... this goat. Amazing. Wait, hold on. X tokens? It kind of feels like I should be doing the rat thing if I have like the X rats card. Like you make X rats and then you buff them with the Sewer Witch. We don't have a critical mass of rat producers. I've got all these like awesome green rares though. Yeah, my green looks nutty. We got triplets in there again. Our fixing's kind of good. Restless Cottage, Evolving Wilds. Should we lay down of a Bundy this time? Maybe I don't have quite that much fixing. Oh, but we don't have to play black. We can play like a single swamp for Gingerbread Hunter, but like we don't need this. This is cute with the Archon is all. Lifelink? I dig Lifelink. How much food production do we have with this Griffinary? That seems relevant, right? I don't think we have nearly as much food as last time. Yeah, we have 2 from this. And then the spider food. And then the guide can gain life sometimes. This thing makes a food. Yeah, so it's like 4 or 5. I need to trigger this like twice for it to be awesome. I've had some longer games. Archon's Glory can give lifelink. Yeah, I really think I should have splashed for it in my last deck. This thing could make a food. Tracker makes food, but I don't know if I want to include Tracker in this Gingerbrute here. Yeah, we could certainly build towards the Griffinary. How many rolls do I have if I don't play this Witch? Just thinking about for the Archon. The Archon's a 4-mana 4/4 flyer by itself. Like, it doesn't really need stuff. It seems like we have plenty. Yeah, I think we can cut the Witches. I kind of like the Garrick's Uprising because we do have the Elvish Archivist. Gain some life. Wish to play this thing. Griffinary is nutty with food tokens. Yeah, we've been discussing that Jank Mage. Not like the green 3-mana 4/2. It's kind of fillerish, right? It's not really like playing towards what I'm doing, except with the Garrick's Uprising. Yeah, food tokens are nuts with the Griffinary, but you want a critical mass of them, right? Like, you want to trigger the Griffinary a couple times. I'm not sure we're doing that consistently. Not quite enough life, but we're sort of close. Intangible Virtue for my Gruff triplets. I kind of don't hate the Intangible Virtue. How many other creature tokens do we have? Is it just these Vigils? Oh, this is another token. So currently we have 4 token creations, and we could play the Griffinary too. It's cute with the Rat Makers. Yeah, splash red for X-Rats. I kind of wish we had some removal. Maybe I should be just throwing, like, the Frostbridge Guard in here. It's not really removal, but... when it attacks, you create a food token. Alright, that's enough for me, I think. Maybe even play the Gingerbrute. Yeah, and welcome to Sweet Tooth. Cares about the amount of food you have, too. This could, like, juice up the Gingerbrute. That could be kind of clever. Now I need to make 3 cuts, though. Maybe it's this thing. Though it's also not a bad one to juice up. Maybe I don't need these things. They're, like, kind of fillerish, huh? Just 5/4s. Yeah, the unassuming Sages are going to be my, what's the Sorcerer roll? When it attacks, try one? Sure. Cool. I think this is what I want to jam. I think this makes the best use of, like, my bombs and my synergies. 9 green sources, but then we also have Bramble Familiar to bring us up to, like, 10 for the triple green. Not as good as I had earlier, but still pretty good. This hand's pretty vanilla, pretty fillerish, but, you know, there's plays and the mana's fine. feel the opponent's gonna be flinging some food. Ooh. A lot of options here with the Archivist Rip Hum. I think next turn I want to go Archivist and then Spider Food the food fight. If you play the Sage post Archivist, you get to draw a card. Dragon Mantle. Oh my god, I love it so much. This was like my favorite card in its limited format. I went so hard on this card because like nobody drafted it, so it would just like go around the table. So if you're drafting Boros Heroic, like my first like I don't know, stupid number of drafts, I was getting like crazy decks with like 5 or 6 Dragon Mantles and playing these like 14 land Boros Heroic decks. Someone in my in the YouTube comments accused me of cherry picking to get like results or something. I tried drafting this archetype once and it didn't work. Like, sorry, bud. It does draw a card. The Intangible Virtue, it does cantrip. I guess I'm just passing here. Oh, I wasn't a streamer at the time, Hipster MD. I was just doing videos for Channel Fireball. Way back in the day. What the what? Excuse me? +2/+2. Not looking groovy enough. There, now all we have to do is beat their large creatures and these rats. Let's see if this does anything, Gingerbread Hunter might be better than Archon. What up? Hey, Triflin, thanks for getting some subs. Congratulations to Oreo Crackers, Paterific. And thanks, Triflin. Appreciate you. Very close, Triflin. Very close to 420. Yeah, I wish I wasn't quite so far behind here, Creature, enchantment, or land card. I don't think I'm supposed to be trying to race. Like, I could have smacked for 4 there and put them to 13. Any target? I think it doesn't have trample. Oh, valid. I'm having a great day, Deckbuilding. Been real chill. What up? Yeah, thanks for the resub, Deckbuilding. The 100 months in a row. 101 total. Does that mean you skipped a month? Early on? Yeah, Realm Scorcher Hellkite. Heck of a card, huh? Heck of a card. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the most winning limited card of the format. Very nutty. Fun to get to play against it here in a low stakes environment. Okay. What? An ambush! A cat bush. A poor little human walking through the woods. This cat just comes tearing out. Going for the throat. Guess I'll bin this, huh? No blocks. I don't trust it. I've been tricked before. Do you think a 4/4 is safe? I guess we'll find out. Is anything safe in these woods? Got a couple of cards in my hand that trigger the guide. It is 2 mana for Death Touch, yeah. Do I know who my actual first sub was or what number you were? I don't, Dakarai. I wonder if that's something I can look up. No, blocks. I know Cankai's first sub was in there very early as well. Well, we know for a fact it's very close composite character with the founder badge. I think the founder badge means that you're like automatically in the top, in the first like 10, right? First 25, sure. What up? Hey, Cat Beard, 637 months. I brought the beard. My opponent brought the cat. You've watched enough Caleb DMTG VODs for 3 or 4 people? I believe it, Gurkles. I believe it. I've eaten enough food for 3 or 4 people. Boop. Doesn't count for very much, though. Prove. Ooh, a triplets hand. Have only gotten better. The last time I saw them was like kind of recently. I saw them this summer opening up for Elder. Really sick show. Guitars do go up to 11, yes. They do not Rampage Wildcard. No, bands are always touring on a set list, you know, promoting albums and stuff, playing their hits. They've teased me about playing the song, but they have not pulled the trigger. They were in Vegas when you went there? Yeah, I saw them in Vegas too, at the at Psycho Las Vegas. They are super nice, yeah. Yeah, I've interacted with them a lot, hanging out after shows and stuff. The last time they played in Madison, I was gonna let them crash here because I have a couple extra guest bedrooms, but then it just like worked out that I was out of town, and I'm never out of town, so it was weird. It was a weird situation. Super nice folks. Probably want to run a creature out here, huh? To collect the sweet buff. A couple extra. Yeah, the house I got was like a house for like a small family. So there's a bunch of smaller rooms. Even though it's like not that large of a house. And I'm just me, you know. I'm not several people. Well, suppose we attack, huh? I guess we hit for 4. They get to scry off their attack. A little bit better, maybe. What up? Hey, Scrapple, thanks for 8 months there. What up, Caleb? Just had a blueberry bagel. Now ready to watch some sweet, sweet stream. Heck yeah, Scrapple. Yeah, so when there's like events going on in town, often I'll let people crash here. Like my place is full up for CubeCon. Currently, I've got another Magic player crashing with me for a little bit. Happy that the space is getting used. Buffer for dealing with a hoarding habit. Yeah, right? Yeah, Ruby the Hatchet's great too. Alright. Back to this infected mushroom stuff. Why is driving hard in Madison? I don't drive, so I'm like the stone worst person to ask for that. The layout of the city has like a bunch of weird triangles and stuff. But the city itself is pretty compact. So when I think of cities that are hard to like get around in driving wise, I don't actually think of Madison. Even if people complain about like rush hour traffic in Madison, it means it took them like an extra 10 minutes to get where they were going. It's embarrassing. And then there's like LA and Chicago where like rush hour means you're trapped for like several hours on the highway, you know. Madison's a much smaller city by comparison. Madison does not have drive-through liquor stores, no. You know, the tavern lobby kind of owns Wisconsin, so they want booze. They want to funnel people into actual bars. I'm not taking song requests. I'm sorry, Catbeards. If you want, you can redeem your request some other night when I'm streaming Cube or something, when I'm not doing a sponsored stream. And then I would happily jam it for you. And just let me know in the channel. Just at me with the link. I'll jam you. I'll jam your request then. The booze itself is nice and cheap here, though, so that's good at least. Well, let's see if these triplets do something. We have the intangible virtue gruff triplets combo. How can we lose? It's based on the power, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll fight your octopus. Amazing. Amazing. I thought that might kill the 3/3 Guff triplets too, and then I'd have the Woodland Acolyte to just like rebuy it. Yeah, so one big difference between the triplets and the dragon is the dragon is a mythic, and the triplets is a regular rare. So, I think people will be more frustrated with the triplets than the dragon overall. Again. And we have a nutty hand. You love to see it. Yeah, this Archivist pops off in this format. Leyline of the Void, amazing. We're going to hold on to this because it'll actually buff the Archivist. How lucky we got the Leyline start. No! I'm so sad. Oh, my dreams, my beautiful dreams. We could have played the Scavenger here, but then we don't have the food. A 2/2 is not like that much worse than a 3/2. We can like juice it up a little bit. Favorite colors for draft so far? I haven't drafted yet. I have only been gem and sealed pools. Because people typically want to see that. People typically want to see the sealed reps. That probably bone up a little bit for the pre-release. Ooh. I've really liked this guide. I think it's like... There's a lot of cards that single-handedly trigger its ability. So it's very similar to just having a 4-mana 3/3 lifelink, which is... Lifelink Flyer, which is, you know, phenomenal, right? I think it might be one of the better... better commons in the format. Tricks? Do we got tricks over there? We do. Yeah, it's fine. Boop. Whoa! And there's a treasure to cast the Acolyte. This card's kind of cool. The Corvold. There's Mountain Goats are just rebuying it. Chaining that value. You love to see it. Actually looking for a land here. Even though that card would be solid. Yeah, build towards your bombs. Build towards your bombs in this format for sure. With a lot of the cards in this format, you're trying to balance, like payoffs and enablers. We can have some cards that care about food production, some cards that care about rolls. There is a lot of overlap between all of it. I've also been really happy main decking a few disenchant effects in this format. And the sacrifice mechanic has been pretty, what's the word? Pretty consistent. You usually have, like, tokens and stuff laying around to sack. So John from the Mountain Goats is about to draw another 3 cards from Corvold here. Corvold and the Noble Thief. Also gets to draw a card off of Vampiric Rites. It's not bad. Gaining life there is pretty good too, because it means that the guide's not just lethal next turn. What's this 3-drop? Oh, the Food Maker, sure. Yeah, the card's good. Reminds me a lot of the Witch that was in original Eldraine, right? There's a 3-mana, make a Food Witch there that drained the opponent. This one feels a little bit worse when you're behind. Pretty good when you're ahead, though. This is indeed John, yeah. Our second time facing him on the day. Waste Not is likely bad and limited, correct, Gurkles? I don't think I'm thinking of Thought Picker Witch. It was another 2 to black. 1/3 thing. Anyway, I remember that card overperforming a bit. So many rats. Beautiful. I feel like this is a pretty good case for raid bombardment. like obviously he's not winning this game, but like that's not a bad combination. If he was facing someone who hadn't gained all the life in the world from this Toonville guide. was 14 damage. It was, yeah, out of nowhere. You think this witch seems a lot better than Tempting Witch? Yeah, I'm not sure that's the case. The difference between 3 life and 2 life is pretty big. And a 1/3 is a better blocker than a 3/2 in a lot of cases. If you're trying to specifically drain somebody out with like your last tools or whatnot. But if you just want like a value body to trade and use the food for other things, that's different. I did clarify that it was better in aggressive decks. Food existing makes a lot of aggro worse. Yeah, that's part of it, Booty, though. Oh. I haven't taken a break today. I should do that. I'm gonna take a break, and then I might scoop this. This deck's really cool. It's got a lot of cool things going on. It's a little OP. I might scoop the rest here and get another sealed build in. I'll be back in a few minutes. You do have to tap the Tempting Witch. The other one does not have a tap clause. We agree. We agree this is a difference. But if you only have like a few food to sack, it doesn't matter, right? If you're not machine gunning them down. The Tempting Witch was better in like the long grindy games where you're like actually just draining someone out from 12 or whatever. Whereas this witch would take like a lot more food to do that, right? Difference between 3 and 2, pretty big. Anyway, I'll be right back.